Okay. So it's Friday, which is technically a week late for last week's video because I did not post one. Dee-dee. Um, I was kind of waiting for a nudge from somebody else, and then I realized that you can't always wait for other people. Otherwise, I'd be like still in the same spot like years after. So sometimes you gotta realize you just gotta get going, especially if you want to go somewhere. So yeah, so this week's challenge, I was kind of at a loss for how to start. So I wanted to kind of just say, is this healthy? Because like that's one of the biggest things that I've been struggling with for a long time is trying to figure out what healthy looks like to myself. Because if you go by Canada's Food Guide, mental health, any kind of way to structure it that's given to you from somebody else, it's generally speaking just the way that they have learned or observed other people's successes. And unfortunately, if you're anything like me, you don't necessarily always do the exact same thing that everyone else does, even if you want to. Um, so I'm trying to figure out what healthy looks like to me. And that's one of the biggest challenges I think I've ever had in my life because I used to be very, very big, 337 pounds. I'm around 180 now, so that's definitely a big change. So much so that that's almost like attaching some people that I know to my person and just walking around with them. So I now do that, which is amusing to me at least, where I'll be like, hey, you want to piggyback ride? And I'll walk around and try not to fall over because I'm still klutzy. That's a thing that'll never change. But yeah, I don't mind being a pack mule, especially a pack mule of people, especially if they're pretty. I'm weird though. Um, So yeah, lost a lot of weight. So people can look at me now and say, you must feel so much more healthy. And especially during the beginning stages of my weight loss, I really didn't. I was just losing the weight because it had to come off for me to be able to be maybe a functional human being. I didn't even know if I could be a functional human being by the end of it, but I thought I would try. Um, so now, that's been probably about 5 years since I've started to lose weight. There's things like brushing my hair that I still don't do. I'm not sure if that helps with health or not. I know it's indicative of whether or not I'm suffering mental health issues at the time or problems. Um, Napping is a thing that I'm also struggling with, is like how much napping am I allowed to have? Especially with him around and my bed setup, it's really hard to not want to literally just nap in the sunlight all day long. I could just roll around there forever in pillows and blankets and make a little fort or make a nest, and all of these things seem like really good ideas, especially when I don't want to do anything else. So, you know, fun games. Another thing that I've been working on, especially when I start kind of feeling a depressive episode coming on, if it's been raining too much lately, and I can just feel a little bit lower in my mood. So what I've been doing is just making sure that I get all the nutrition possible. So it looks really, really gross around this level because I don't mix it very well. But I mix my own like protein shakes, and by my my own, I just mean that I take a whole bunch of other ones, smash them, cram jam them all together, pop them in a glass, and then I chug them. So far, so good. And at least it gets me the proper nutrition that I need. Oh, okay. I used to do it where I would just drink whatever nutrition protein shakes that I would get. However, now I've changed it up a bit. I actually have been using Soylent because I have a new roommate who's amazing and ordered a case of Soylent. If you don't know what it is, check it out. It's pretty good. It's a protein powder or shake mix that supposedly has all of your nutrition in it. So it's kind of like astronaut shit, man. Um, so I'm just trying to make sure that my body, especially if I'm not feeling the best, is getting all the stuff it needs. Because I know for a fact that was one of the things I really, really struggled with before, was that I wasn't eating properly, and then it was just amplifying any kind of negative symptom that I could have. So, for me, I'd find that health is relative so far, and it's just building up nice, beautiful barriers around you to keep yourself as healthy and happy as possible. This is up for debate and future edits. My future self might totally agree with this current self. However, I feel like I'm kind of making good strides, so we'll see how it all plays out. This is it. Kayla signing out. Have a good day, you guys.